Let's talk about the actual use of those models. What I mean by actual use of those models, like I know a lot of people will be talking about how and why we don't need this model, and we will talk about that too. But like with every technology, especially when it comes to AI, it is definitely going to be revolutionized when it comes to a lot of things in science. And like how Sam is talking about AGI for a while, which is going to take a lot of time to get to those moments, and it is not going to be a sudden moment. Like I said, like how GPT movements are there, GPT-1, GPT-2, it is kind of, and like there's, the AGI is not going to be like a eureka moment, like we found that element in that nature, or wow, we found a gold mine. That is now how it works. you know it works slowly. Daily research, they are doing it, modeling, architecture, a lot of, you can see how Nvidia is working with OpenAI, and OpenAI is using Nvidia's GPUs on so many big levels. How many big infrastructure they are getting built to just what the future requirements for these models are going to be, which is huge, so huge, that it is draining power from the that it is draining so much power. Like people are talking about it. Bloomberg made a really good uh, document, like 20-minute video on it. I will link down if I find that video again. If it is not, it is available on the Bloomberg channel. But yeah, we are not going to deep dive in that. But what is the actual use of Sora 2 or this AI image generation model? Look, so on basic level, AI image generation or even AI video generation is kind of in those models which imagine certain situations, like how those models work, what is the actual actionable movements there happening. Basically, you prompt something you want. Let's say I prompt something like, okay, I want a character, a person that is a male person that is running, which is a 6 foot tall, running from one uh, building to another building and jumping like a parkour. And if I can add, depending upon what are my prompts, so I add my prompts, and those models understand what I want, and definitely what they will try to do is look up to the videos they have been failed, basically feed to them to train those models and generate those scenarios. Think about those scenarios, generate those scenarios, and give it to you depending upon how good your prompt is, most probably. And that is how basically these models are. These are some actionable like movements goes into the models. You do prompt something, it thinks, generates video according to whatever you want, and serves to you. you know and this is really important to understand certain situations, definitely. Like exploration stuff, like space explorations, like how these machines specifically that we have built will perform, let's say on a moon, how it will perform it on a Mars, like how we are talking about, how Musk is talking about going to the Mars, which is will happen but not soon. It is a long shot. But like I said about uh, imagining those things, putting input in those models, and helping yourself to imagine those simulating situations, and now seeing it actually, it will just make it up really easier for now. In those kind of situations, there are a lot of things, like people talk about how these models will definitely help in robotics, machine learning, feeding machines those movements. Like still to this day, humanoid robots are one of the most difficult things to make. The reason why it is difficult things to make is the movements and the awareness, a lot of things involved in that. But even still to this day, if you can see those robots, there are so many instances that adjusting to the environment and generating the movements according to it, it takes a really fucking, sorry using for that word, but it takes a really difficult it is a really difficult thing to do. We have, even still to this day, with this technology we have right now, the models that are helping it are not able to you know up like not able to still up to this. Like I said, like the models are not up to the, like even still to this day, with the help of these models, what we had up until now, we can only do this much amount of stuff with the robotics you are seeing on the internet. If you have seen any kind of videos, I will recommend the Chloe's video that she done last year, I will remember, with Boston Robotics, where she talked about and did some in-person in factory experiments with that robot, which is really good one. Okay, so there are a lot of like I said, simulation stuff, which these models will definitely be helpful, not for this big, like I said again, like ocean explorations, robotics, machine learning, and giving those power not just to companies but to us too. Those are some kind of an useful stuff this model can be used. Lot of stuff like simulating a lot of stuff that we can help, like heck, as a creator you can use it in that way. If you have Sora right now, and as a creator you can just type the prompt and like see how your ideas can get in reality. Is it even how it will look? And it is kind of a good way, like how we used to make sketches, how we make storyboards for our, that is how it works. How we basically pitch or animate stuff, before going it into live action stuff. A lot of things happens. This will just help you down in that lane if you are into it, as a creator. Now like I said, there are a lot of useful stuff. Now then, like I said, like why open AI, or even why open, like if then the question arise, like if Sora 2 or these video generation models or even AI image generation models are so good, then why we are making it in that way? Why we are making another TikTok feed of AI slop, I will say? Why we are making another video for platform which is specifically for AI, which is totally generated by AI? Why we need it? The only reason the OpenAI is going through this route of publicly announcing and making Sora 2 available for all people, or generating or making a specific app and doom scroll feed for you, is the reason why it's just to get your attention. Okay, that's the marketing they are going through. Because you see, if OpenAI announce Sora 2, and let's say this is the stuff you can do with Sora 2, and let's say they do announce Sora 2 and even Sora, and they say you can't use it, and they say you have to go through this insane steps to even use these models, and this is how it is going to work. if if they would have gone to that route, nobody even still to this day would care about those models, even AI generation, which should ideally, I feel like they should have gone through, but they are not going through, especially when it comes to those models. Why they are not going through is simple. The reason they are not going through this specific route is because they need people's attention, and people's attention towards their company, because OpenAI wants those investments. Okay, the thing is, OpenAI is running on investments by administration backing them up, and a lot of investments. And you can also see now how they are turning public profit company right now, uh, PBC. And from, even though they are saying that still they are still non-profit company, and how non-profit will still make the decisions, but you can just see from making